What's happening, Reset TV? It's your boy GA. And listen, I apologize for not being on for a couple of days. I don't know if y'all have gone through this, but me and the family lost our pet dog. While it's not on the same level as losing a human being, you feel me? I ain't one of those people. But we built a great bond with the dog. But more so than that, it was really trying to explain death to younger children, not the older ones. But everybody was affected. I love the little thing, you feel me? Dog was cool as hell. It was an English bulldog. One thing led to the other. There was a mistake made by the children. Long story short, gets hit by a car. I've experienced this in the past before, but had to take a couple of days off, make sure that the children's minds were right because they were so young to witness that. And it is what it is. Life moves on. We all got to move on. Now, back to this topic. Your boy Charles Barkley. Look, man, I like Charles, right? He's buffoonish. When he's entertaining, it's whatever. You get a few chuckles, and it is what it is. But I like Charles Barkley in that realm. But when he puts on his thinking cap of being a Democratic mouthpiece, it always reminds me of why the majority of black folks are still Democrats. Now, mind you, I'm not saying you got to go be a Republican. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm talking about this blind loyalty to a party that hasn't done much for you. But it's the shaming tactics in our so-called black communities that persist that might leave some feeling ostracized if they even cross over, especially if you have some type of not, I wouldn't say likability, but maybe Trump benefits you and yours. It might halt you to coming out publicly stating you rock with Trump because of guys like Charles Barkley. So before I carry on, let's play this video real quick.
And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. They do shirts.
When you heard that, what did you think? Big sigh.
First of all, I'm just going to say this. If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Charles.
No, Gail.
Charles.
Gail.
You really can't say that because, A, you don't mean that.
I mean that sincerely. I'm going to just tell you something.
And then you will be arrested for assault. And then what?
I'm going to bail myself out and go celebrate.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, we got another video to play. Just give me a second because I want to touch on this right here. And what I want to touch on is another clip of the same Charles Barkley that comes out and says, if I see another black person wearing a Trump mugshot t-shirt, I'm going to punch him in the face. This is the vitriol that I'm talking about from a lot of black elders that kind of keeping you hostage in that Democratic plantation. I'm going to be real with you. There's a lot of people that likes Trump for whatever. Not to mention before Trump even ran for office, damn near every black person, particularly let's keep it in the realm of Hollywood, the realm of hip hop, entertainment in general, the majority of black folks rock with Trump, right? They would strive one to be a so-called said billionaire, right? Moving forward, Trump is the same guy that you'll get a lot of other mouthpieces will tell you, you vote for Trump, you a sellout, you a coon. This is Charles Barkley that's always has been a Democratic mouthpiece. I'm going to play a clip that shows you the same Charles Barkley telling you something slightly different.
Dom referenced the NFL protests, and I just wanted to get your thoughts. The intersection of sports and politics right now seems much higher than it's been. A lot of those lines are getting blurred between the Eagles and the NFL and Steph Curry and LeBron James. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's this president, or is it more social activism in sports, or what?
Well, I think it's a combination of everything you just said. Listen, I think that, I'm a Democrat. I'm not a big fan of the president.
Did we need to know he's a Democrat? Isn't it obvious?
I respect the office. I think anytime you get an opportunity to go to the White House, you should accept that. Unfortunately, this situation we got now where people don't want to go to the White House because of the president, I think it's sad and unfortunate. Listen, the president of the United States is a big deal. I wouldn't want anybody not going there when President Bush was there or President Obama. It's an honor and a privilege to go to the White House. Like I say, I'm not a big Trump fan, but I think if you're invited to the White House, you should go.
That's what I don't understand about the double talking. On one hand, you'll punch someone in the black community that would wear a Trump mugshot t-shirt, right? And on the other hand, you'll respect him in the term of him holding that title as president, right? Why can't it be the same for somebody that possibly likes Trump's presidency? Maybe not necessarily him or some of the things he catered to. Some folks will have you believe that, voting for a Donald Trump means you're pro MAGA. I mean, hey, end of the day, we damn near only got two options. And all I'm saying is make your vote count. Making your vote count is not being loyal to the party. It's being loyal to your morals and your intelligence, understanding logic, and adhering to the person that best fits your interests and politics, right? Also policies. Not in the black community. It's like Mama Dem was a Democrat, so I'm going to vote Democrat. And it's the same thing. This is not a video for me to go in on Charles Barkley. This video is about the same people, right, that will tell you, I don't F with Trump. Trust me, they hobnob with him. That's why I played the second clip. Because you better believe Charles Barkley is the same one that was attending the White House events while Trump was in office. But then come back out here and tell y'all, I'll punch you if you wear a Trump t-shirt. And look, I get it. There's certain angles that you could, if you want to snip, take out of context with Trump, it would appear that, they're trying to portray him as this ultra racist, right? But what if you're a person that believes damn near all of y'all probably racist? Should you even care if these are the only two options you have? All I'm saying is, how much better is it on the other side of the aisle with Sleepy Joe? This man can't even barely walk. I'm not going to demean him as a human being, but this is the same guy that has put so many things in place, particularly the crime bill and much of other things. He supported other races that never gets brought up by the Dems. But then you get a Charles Barkley who reminds me of damn near every older Negro I've been around that would have you believe, no, for better or worse, stay with the Democrats. Look, man, I believe my vote counts so much, I'm not loyal to any party. That's why whoever I feel is best fit for me and mine, I'm going with them. Me personally, I'll vote for Trump. I mean, let me say that. A lot of y'all think I'm a coon, as if we got 10,000 options to choose between. But if I was to judge his last term in office, it was far way better than a Biden. So I got to go with my guts on that one. I can't listen to the talking heads of a Charles Barkley and so many other. I mean, he's sitting down there with Gayle King of all people, another talking head for the Democrats. I really want to know y'all opinions on it. It's deeper than him talking about he's going to punch somebody wearing a Trump t-shirt. It's just these older blacks would have you stay in a party that has not represented you. In fact, I've seen them represent more of the alphabet so-called community, more of helping fuel other wars around the world, more of other races. No, and I don't mean to demean anybody, but I've watched with the quickness they push the anti-Asian hate crime bill, and black folks still waiting on theirs right now. My point is, you always told me, right, and I'm talking about my elders since I was younger, stick with the Democrats. Well, guess what? They realized that recipe, right? That's why these are empty promises. Again, I've always said this. Would you fulfill any promises knowing a group of people still gonna vote for you regardless of what you do? That's the current state black folks in with this horrible relationships with the Democrats. Charles Barkley is not a hero. Cut it out. End of the day, he was a professional basketball player, and he's a professional buffoon on television. Do I like his buffoonery at times? Yeah, I laugh, I chuckle. But I do not subscribe to Charles Barkley and other people like him who wants to speak for the entire black race in America and tell us who to vote for. Because that's what he basically did. When he said he'll punch anybody with a T-shirt, he's basically telling a T-shirt of Trump. He's basically telling you should never vote outside of any Democrats. What say you? Let me meet you in the comment section real quick, man. If you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, subscribe. Help me break this algorithm, man. And I'll do my best to stay consistent. Like I said, we had a family issue, but I'm over here for the long haul, man. I'ma holler.